concern to me, viewers, what's going on. It's me, John D. Villarreal, and Paul F. Villarreal right there. And we're reacting to the GOP presidential debate, the Bloomberg Washington Post debate held in New Hampshire tonight. Now, first of all, we have to say this is our personal opinion only. We are not alleging any facts. We're not casting any aspersions. This is all our personal opinion on how we felt and reacted to this debate. Okay, this is my take. I'm going to keep it very, very simple. We can go on long about it, and everyone knows my expertise in politics, media, the whole 9 yards, and all that. But I'm going to keep this real simple. I think that if there was a loser in this debate, I don't think there was any real big losers. But if there was a loser, I would say it's Governor Perry. He really needed a tremendous debate performance. I thought he had a pretty good debate performance, but to me, the way I looked at it, it was pretty clear that he's not in the same kind of league, I mean charismatically, and I mean communication-wise, as a Romney or Kane, or for that matter, a lot of the other candidates. Michelle Bachmann, I thought, did really well tonight. Newt Gingrich did really well tonight. Rick Santorum had his points. I think all of the candidates had their points. Congressman Ron Paul did well. And Governor Perry did well. He just didn't do well enough, I think, to maybe, well, let me put it another way. Do I think that he's going to continue to sink? I don't think that's necessarily the case, but see, that's the weird thing. I could see this maybe stopping Governor Perry's decline, maybe helping him out a little bit. On the other hand, if you were, let's say, more of a fair weather Governor Perry supporter, if you were a soft Governor Perry supporter and you looked at this, does that give you the kind of confidence to stay in Perry camp, or would you jump to someone else? Maybe a Kane, maybe a Governor Romney, whatever. That's the thing. At the end of the day, this isn't so much like, oh, this person's good or this person's bad, but it does come down to somewhat of a comparison, right? At the end of the day, you have to vote for one person. So even though Governor Perry did fine, I just think that, people who may have been in his camp and sort of soft might look at Herman Cain and say, hey, that guy looks cool. I want to go over here. Or Governor Romney, I thought, did quite strong. And so, I think they each still have their problems, but I think that we saw Herman Cain really, he continues to step up. He gets better and better. I think for a lot of folks, the more you see Herman Cain, the more you like him. And I think what was nice tonight is he showed his strength and depth of experience. A lot of people just wanted to make him into the quote-unquote pizza guy. No. Served on the Federal Reserve, served on plenty of boards, knew a lot of things, and really was able to show that kind of command tonight. I think Governor Perry had a lot of good points, though, about things with the state, energy policy, whatever like that, and that's great. Senator Santorum had a great point about the family. That was a great statistic he threw in there at the end. And I think Congresswoman Bachmann did really well, and she stepped up. So everyone had their moments, but I think that we're seeing that, to me, the bottom line is this. Herman Cain and Governor Romney come out as the quote-unquote winners of this debate because they continue to keep or strengthen their leadership position. I think there's continuing question marks about Governor Perry, and I think that creates an opportunity for that, that top tier of that next tier to maybe step up into that third position, whether, Michelle Bachmann can ignite again, whether Congressman Ron Paul can find a way to build on that core of his support. Those are open questions. Paul, what were your reactions to this debate?
John, CNN viewers, I think that John just summarized things here pretty well. My feeling about how Rick Perry did was I thought he did pretty well because he was understated. He kind of faded in the background a little bit, which is good in the sense that he had to recover a little bit from people feeling he didn't do so well in the other debate. So here he kind of faded in the background. So what that comes out to be is, okay, it's a debate performance where he didn't do supposedly badly. So I thought he did okay. I agree with some of what you're saying here. Maybe he didn't shine, but he did better. So that's my feeling on that. The moment of the night for me personally was they showed a video of George W. Bush talking about owning homes, home ownership, and how it's the highest ever. And and Charlie Rose asked a question for Speaker Gingrich, the American dream of owning a home over, and Newt basically said, there's a school of thought that thinks America's on decline, heard it in the Carter Malaise speech, and then he said something along the lines of, yeah, and it's captured every week with President Obama's apologies disguised as press conferences. The audience loved that. It's a very funny line. As you said, Newt Gingrich is a very smart man. He is an asset to these debates. I thought overall nobody hurt themselves tonight. I thought it was a good debate. I thought it was moderated well. I agree with you. I think the biggest winners were Mitt Romney, who seemed in clear command, and Herman Cain, who just continues to show, as you mentioned, he is far more than this caricature pizza man that some people in the media apparently want to portray him as. This man worked in the Federal Reserve. This man was a mathematician for the U.S. military. This man's a CEO, and as you say, served on boards. This guy has gravitas. This guy has depth, and I love how he's doing, and I'm excited with where the race is going.
Look, and I also want to mention this. I also take Congressman Ron Paul's point about Paul Volcker and the Federal Reserve. I thought that was a good point. I like Charlie Rose a lot. He does a great show. I like that format. I think it really gave us something new and additional, and it was a much better debate format. So that, I thought, added a lot to the situation. So props on that. Now, and again, I want to stress this. This is just a snapshot. We haven't endorsed anybody yet. At some point, we probably will. That point is not now. I want to continue to look at these candidates, to examine them, to talk to them, to get a sense of it, and we'll see how it plays out. This is our immediate reaction to a snapshot, one event, okay? This campaign is going to play out. As much as I think that Governor Perry has some challenges, remember, he has raised an awful lot of money, and he has some serious professionals on his campaign. Therefore, he has the wherewithal to continue to stay in this race for quite some time. So this thing has to play out. But in terms of what my feelings of the trends are right now, my personal feelings of the trends are that Governor Romney, his strategy is working. He's gaining some strength. The endorsement of Chris Christie today helped a little bit. That was a little bit weird. I kind of agree with Rush's comments on that. So see Rush's comments. But that obviously does help. And I think that Herman Cain is doing better and better. I think that Herman Cain is the hot story. I think he continues to have momentum. I think Governor Romney, people are becoming more and more comfortable with him. He clearly has expertise and a lot, both in politics and in business, and is able to display that and shows a comfortability. I think he's better this time around than in 2008. And I think that Governor Perry has to continue to work, and there are real questions now. That this is prime time now, okay? This is the big leagues, presidential stage. This isn't Texas. And I mean, he has a great record to talk about in Texas, and he does that. But he has to be able to execute the campaign portion of this on an everyday basis. You have to deal with the media. You have to answer questions. You have to make yourself available to reporters. You're not going to be able to sort of talk over them. What worked in Texas doesn't work in a national presidential campaign. You have to be engaged, and you have to be good every day. To me, the ones with momentum coming out of this are Governor Romney and Herman Cain. So what do you think about this? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Who do you like? Who do you not like? How do you think this debate went? You tell us what you think. Please give us a comment below. Please subscribe to us above. If you like this video, you can press the like button right down there. Thanks very much. I'm John D. Villarreal. That is Paul. You're watching Conservative Media, and we'll see you next time.